Jason Ottley is here. And some of you know Jason is a health and wellness coach and founder of Live, Inspire, Transform. Live, Inspire, Transform. And his website, liveinspiretransform.com. And I have to tell you, since working with Jason, it's been amazing. And I believe that we should be healthy inside out, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Or maybe spiritually, mentally, and physically. But we got to do it, folks. And right now, I am committed to all three. Really am. Jason, good morning, sir.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, no. Thank you for being here. It's amazing. Just tell the people, we have new people all the time.
Sure.
Tell them a little about your background and your education, so they'll know that you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my education background comes from health and wellness, health and fitness. I got my associates in health and physical education, and I got my bachelor's in kinesiology, and just been in the health and wellness field for the last 15 years. Just really enjoy helping people getting back fit, because I feel like that is where we need to be as a nation. Just getting healthier. It helps with pain relief, morale, self-esteem, confidence. So many things stem from how we feel about ourselves and how we are physically.
And when you say help with pain release, explain that.
Well, especially in our society, we sit a lot, and there's a lot of things that we do on a daily basis that's not conducive to feeling good and eliminating aches and pains. So it's important that we strengthen the muscles and think about flexibility if you want to, prevent aches and pains and all those nagging back pains, knee pains, stuff that we all hear about and just put up with for no reason. We can actually counteract that through strength and wellness.
There are several guys that see you on the show, and some of them are in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and maybe older. But they want to know, how does men get the belly off? Because a lot of them, they do work very hard on that, and then sometimes it feels like it's gone. But when they eat or drink water, it pops back out. Is it possible to get it off completely? Is it possible to get it off completely?
Anything
fat belly for men.
Fat in general, especially around the midsection.
Yeah.
It's 90% about what you eat. You can have the best workout regimen, and you can have those strong abs underneath that layer of fat that you have. And that's what most people say to me, hey, I can feel my abs, but they just don't show.
Right.
I just can't see them. Where'd they go? I do a perfect workout. It's more about what you eat. And I know sometimes it's discouraging, because that's usually the hardest part for people to manage and get under control. Some people it's not. Yeah, some people it's easier for them to eat well than them to work out. But for the most part, it's easier for people to work out, and they like to have what they want to eat, But
matter of fact, when you have a good workout, you think
feel
you deserve a good meal.
Yeah, and there's some truth to that, but some people take it too far, I did a workout today, let me go get this burger and fries and some milkshake. Doesn't work that way. But to make your abs show, to have a real, a nice stomach with the, six-pack, the typical thing, focus on your diet. Really, focus on your diet. You'll see that happen.
So it is possible for older men, 50 and up, to get that back again.
It's simply about your diet. If you, for the next month or so, or however long it takes to get there, just monitor your calories in versus your calories out, and you'll see those stomach muscles start to protrude.
That's amazing. That's encouraging.
Oh, I hope it is. Eat right, and you'll see those abs.
What are some of the do's and don'ts when it comes to weight loss?
I see a lot of people do crazy things to try to lose weight, and sometimes it baffles me. I think for me, I try to tell my clients, don't believe in the gimmicks and the promises of certain, whatever if it's diets or exercise equipment that promises lofty results in a short amount of time. Just be very, very wary of that. There's no shortcuts.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that you could do to expedite the results, and healthy things and those are the things that everyone's probably heard of. You want to be physically active on most days. Doesn't mean you have to do a full-blown workout Monday through Sunday, but you have to be active on most days, and it shouldn't feel like that's a lot to ask. Being active,
Right.
it could be simply just going for a walk, So sometimes when I prescribe, hey, you need to be active at least 6 out of the 7 days out of the week, they're like, really? 6 out of 7? Like, as if that's a big thing for me to ask of them, But
Right.
like, we're meant to move, we're meant to be active, and you could do it in different capacity and different wavelength. Some days you can go really hard, some days you can go for a mild walk. Just be active.
You have a interesting thing that I noticed that you do with me as well as with other customers that you work with, clients that you work with, right? You tend to be able to look at the person and know exactly the type of workout they need and what they need. What is it that you're doing that you're able to figure that out for each different individuals?
Well, it just comes from my background in biomechanics. We're all supposed to look a certain way in some regards. Like
Right.
your shoulders are supposed to not round and be tall, and your toes are supposed to point forward when you walk. So I'm usually assessing people based on that like model of what the normal healthy human being like skeleton should look like.
Right.
So it's easy for me to like pinpoint, like I can tell automatically if someone has flat feet just by the way they walk. If you notice someone walking like, how do you say, like a duck feet where their feet are turned out, that already there tells me they have flat feet and they need to work on certain things. And it's just like a domino effect of what, kind of strength and weaknesses someone has just by watching them walk and move and see how they are.
Another thing I noticed about your workout too, it's like when I work out with you, you work me out, but I feel like I'm having a workout, but it's so good. And I feel like I work areas that I don't normally work on my own. And that's an amazing thing to me.
I try to, there's exercises that really use the whole body.
Yeah.
So I try
that's
to.
That's the word. You definitely do that, the whole body.
I focus on the body as a whole, not like on, okay, let's work legs today. Let's work
right.
on isolating.
That's what I normally do. One like the chest and arms today or legs Friday.
Some people don't have, like, we have so many different muscle groups. So if you only spent a whole day working on one muscle group, by the end of the week, you probably won't have hit, everything that you needed to, So if you're only going to average 3 days at the gym, you might as well work the whole body each time you go there so nothing kind of gets left out. And that's usually my approach.
Man, it's perfect the way you do it, too.
Thank you.
Honestly, I really like that.
Some people don't like it at the beginning, it's hard, but, I like to ramp up, so I ramp up towards the end of the workout. We'll start off a little bit easy, then towards the middle, it'll get harder. And at the end, I try to push because I know there's not a lot of time left in the workout. So let's really push towards the end.
I work out with you for about an hour, and it goes by so fast. It just really goes by because you really focus on the workout.
Yeah,
I want to get every bit in because
I know you do. You definitely don't want to leave anything on the table, and I appreciate about you. The effort, it's always there with you.
Yeah. Live chat is asking about intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm. For whatever your goals are, it may work for you, it may not work. For me, I enjoy it because without even calling it intermittent fasting, if you looked at the way I eat, I sometimes eat a little bit, then I'll go on a long break without eating, then I'll eat again. That's just the way I set up my natural ways of eating. So I could do fasting. It's similar to what I do in my lifestyle. But I don't feel like anybody should contort their lifestyle to fit into a diet.
Oh, okay.
There's benefits in all sorts of diets. Just find what works for you and what works for what you're trying to do.
How do you put an end to yo-yo dieting?
It's kind of like exactly what I said. Find something that suits your lifestyle. Stop trying to conform and contort yourself into any kind of diet because you heard your friend lost 10 pounds from doing it. If it's driving you crazy, if it's giving you anxiety, if you're not able to sustain it, then it's not a good diet for you. You're going to drive yourself crazy,
Yeah, I really, really want people to give you a try because I know they're going to be satisfied. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have you here so often.
Awesome.
How can people reach you? And you work with people anywhere on this side of heaven.
Yeah.
And even if somebody called from heaven and you need a good program.
So right now I'm doing a lot of stuff online. My physical clients, I'm kind of at capacity almost at this juncture, but like I do enjoy helping people remotely, just setting up like baseline, behaviors for especially weight loss. There's certain things that need to be in place, and I like to help people set up those fundamental behaviors to yield the best success for them. So we can do that remotely. If you go to my Facebook page, basically reach out to me anyway. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff at Live, Inspire, Transform. But I guess the easiest way would be on Facebook, Live, Inspire, and Transform.
Live, Inspire, Transform. You focus a lot on, I got to pause for a minute.
Sure.
You are getting married in 2 days.
Yes, I am.
That's amazing.
The weekend is almost here. Yes, on Saturday, we'll be getting married. I'm pretty excited.
And so are you nervous or anything?
I don't know. I don't really get nervous for a lot of things. There's nothing to be nervous about. Life is great, and you just go through it.
Yeah,
Life is happy. What's to be nervous about?
Congratulations again, man.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, next time I see you, you'll be married.
I will be.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, make sure you make a truckload of babies.
Okay.
Don't stop making them until God says stop.
All right.
Jason, Live, Inspire, Transform.
Thank you so much.
Man. I really appreciate the work you do. It's like a natural gift you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got to take a break. Back in a moment.